What's up everyone, Brady here. Today in the shop we will be working on a 2020 Nissan Altima that has rear end damage. The trunk lid, rear bumper, and rear body panel will all be getting replaced. Now that the vehicle has been fully disassembled, we can start the repair with some pre-pulls. This is a necessary step because if the damaged panels are not pulled back into their original position, it will make things very challenging when putting on the new panels. Usually body gaps won't line up correctly, and fitment in general just will be a huge issue. Once all of the seam sealer is gone, we can take our belt grinder and start grinding away the factory welds that hold the rear body panel onto the vehicle. I prefer using 60 grit purple belts from 3M. They seem to grind the fastest and they last the longest. When grinding away welds, you need to know how many layers are on the rear body panel. Sometimes they are double layered, which can make it pretty tricky knowing if the weld has been fully ground out. If this vehicle is looking familiar to you, that means you watched my previous video on repairing the quarter panel. If not, the link will be up in the right hand corner. Now we can grab a hammer and our seam buster tool and start splitting away the rear body panel, making sure that every single weld has been split apart fully. Remove the damaged rear body panel. Here's the OEM replacement panel that I have already taken off the factory e-coat, where I will be welding and am spraying on weld-through primer along the interfaces of the panel and on the vehicle. Time to start test fitting our new parts. Start with lining up the new rear body panel. Just put in the original bolts into the rails that'll hold it in place. I use the outline from the original panel kind of as a starting point and then work from there. You can hang the new trunk lid. Check out our gaps, make sure they all look good, even on both sides, and make sure that it seals along the bottom. Now we can start welding. Both the inner and outer panels have been taken down to bare metal. This resistance welder that I'm using requires all points of contact to have bare metal for the machine to create a strong weld. And for every weld we had previously removed, it needs to be replaced with the exact same number of welds. Now we can seam seal around our new rear body panel. Seam sealer prevents any leaks or corrosion to happen. And we try our best to match the factory seam sealer design. Vehicle's back from paint and everything's looking great. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.